Our project is over atomic structure by Eric, Judy, and Ashley Bell. We're going to meet our characters. Our first character is Patricia Proton Particle, the daughter of Nellie Neutron, a positive young particle who puts a smile on everyone's face in the city of Nucleus. Always has a positive charge, needs a neutron to not decay. Next character is Nellie Neutron Particle, mother of Patty Proton, neutral charge, mild attitude, not happy nor mad. Eli Electron. Eli Electron, a negative character who hates being part of a group. The social outcast whose heart is hardened by hate. He wanders outside the city nucleus and the slums called Electron Cloud. In a small universe of carbon, there was a city full of atoms of all kinds. Big particles, sad particles, little particles, happy particles. The city was called Nucleus. The city had protons and neutrons that lived in the city. Outside the city were the slums that negative electrons roamed. Electrons could not be trusted in this Nucleus city because of their sour attitude towards the mayor of the city. In a small neighborhood lived Nellie Neutron Particle and Patricia Proton Particle, or Patty. Nellie was the mother of Patty Proton. She was neutral, but she had Patty, who was bright and positive all the time to balance her mellow mood. One day, Patty wanted to take a stroll down Beta Decay Avenue, but Nellie told her that Beta Decay Avenue is where all the electrons roam, and the main street to the electron cloud where all the electrons roam since they weren't allowed in the city. Before Patty Proton left for Beta Decay Avenue, Nellie warned her once again, but Patty ignored her mother's warnings about the electrons. Nellie stayed home waiting for her daughter's return. Patty, happier than she could ever be, was walking down Beta Decay Avenue. Beta Decay Avenue was full of hate because the electrons have negative energy of -1. Patty Proton wasn't paying attention to where she was walking when she ran into Eli Electron. Eli Electron was a negative fellow who hated bright and positive particles. Eli Electron noticed something unusual on Beta Decay Avenue. He saw something bright down the way. That bright thing he saw was Patty Proton. She was brighter than ever. Something sparked a hate for her in Eli Electron. Eli Electron goes up to Patty Proton and introduces himself as a gentle, kind-hearted particle. Patty, not knowing Eli's true identity, followed Eli into Electron Cloud. "Why is the Nucleus City so empty, and why is it only full of protons and electrons?" asked Patty Proton. "Well, Patty, the protons and neutrons balance the electrons outside of the city. Without us electrons, we would not form the universe carbon," replied Eli Electron. He continued to bring her out from the nucleus as the atomic number increased by 1. The city began to undergo beta decay, changing slowly into an entirely different element. The particles were so upset they did not want their city to change in any way. Nellie came from nowhere in fast pursuit. She noticed her beloved Proton had left home. She came in search of her. "Stop! Don't take Patty, and don't ruin our grand city carbon. We are all needed to define this element, even though our city will fall eventually, if given enough time. We are not letting that happen today." Pushing Eli out of the way back into his fixed orbital, he fell back into the electron cloud and was swept away. Patty never go down that pathway again. Listen to strangers," exclaimed Nellie. "Okay, I'm sorry," replied Patty, following her mother back home. Things returned to normal in the city of Carbon. Decay was no longer a threat, and Patty had learned her lesson to always listen to those who were more experienced.